Welcome to Canterbury Place in Norwich. We're just off the inner ring road off Dereham Road. Now, if you want an example of why Norfolk Police have started their new Operation Gravity, this is their big crackdown on drugs being brought into the area and the violence that can come with it. I think this is probably that example. Early last Thursday morning, an elderly woman just down the road there was woken by the sounds of people breaking in to the back of her house. It's thought to have been linked to drugs, but most importantly, it's thought to have been a case of mistaken identity. She frankly had nothing to do with it. She was obviously terrified, and just speaking to people in this area over the last few days, they've been telling me they've had enough and the area does have a drug problem. But how seriously are Norfolk Police taking it, and how big is that problem?
Our approach so far has been quite different to how it's been done in other places, and that's why we've been honest and open and gone out to the community saying that actually we're not pretending we haven't got an issue here. We have got an issue. You know, this is a significant threat to the safety of people of Norfolk. So far the threat's only been to people who are involved in the drugs trade, but actually we want to make sure that we protect everyone in Norfolk. But we can beat this. The only problem is we can't do it alone, and it's got to be an intervention with partners, with the police and primarily with the public.
There's two sides to this operation. There's this, the raids and searches. So far, 22 warrants have been executed and 43 arrests made. They've also been closing off flats like this one on Watson Grove that they think could be linked to dealing, but also try to tackle the problem at its source, supporting the addicts and vulnerable people who've seen their homes taken over by dealers and encouraging the public to give as much intelligence as possible. It all stemmed from an increase in violence related to the drugs trade at the end of last year.
It's around the disproportionate level of violence that's being used, particularly to those that are in debt. So for instance, a small debt, and we're talking tens of pounds, 10, 15, 20 pounds, the violence that have been used to get that money back from individuals has been substantial, including people being stabbed in the chest. That's not a characteristic we've seen in Norfolk for many, many years.
Filming around here, people are more than happy to come up and have a chat to you. They can point to you where the flats are with the problems. They can tell you the flat numbers where the dealing happens. They even show you pictures on their phones of drug paraphernalia, needles and wraps they found in some of the stairwells around here. But they're not keen to come on camera. You can understand why. They say they're scared. They say it's not worth the aggravation and intimidation if they do speak up publicly. One even said it's not worth your windows being smashed in. So that's the challenge facing Norfolk Police, to get the public involved, to make sure that they do all they can to stop drugs getting into our city. Neil Perry, Mustard TV, Norwich.